term for Titan. And I basically took Vinny's Titan pole and shrunk it down to a more, I would say, residential size in a sense, because Vinny's using a 3.5-inch tube concreted into the ground, his anchor and stuff. He's got a different situation and it works really well for that. I made it more of an everyday person version. So I call it the rugged pole, and you could either buy individual pieces or you could get the kit. And I have my base piece, which holds it has the tabs out, so you could put your brackets to your hoop. It has a bolt that will tighten to your 2-inch pole. And then you could get the top, which slides on top of the 2-inch pole and has the pulley in it. So you could either get my crank off my website, or you could get a crank at your local store or whatever, and you get your just normal cable crank. And then you bolt that to your 2-inch tube, run the cable up through the pulley and down. And you take my topper, and it has a hole for the cable to go through, and then it has a hole to put your eyelet in. I recommend getting a lifting eyelet that is not open, so it's a solid closed eyelet, just so you don't have a worry about it pulling with tension or anything like that. And then you run your cable to that, and you'll be able to crank your crank, and it will pull your topper up, and you'll be able to hook all your lights to it on the bottom. I don't know if anybody's seen my video of me putting up my tree. You'll be able to hook all your lights to it and then crank it up. And then you could adjust the tension on it too to try to get things dialed in.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that video, do check it out. I mean, it's a time-lapse kind of video, but I feel like you've built that thing in like less than like 15 minutes. It was like a world record of building mega trees.
Yeah, there's actually a live on the Think Tank. I think if you search it.
Okay.
Where I built the tree in my driveway at my house in, I think it was less than a half hour. And that was putting it out and putting it up and all the strips. And I did have the Randy's T hooks for my topper, which were really cool. But also, if you just use the J hooks like my topper's designed for, it would be just as. But I recommend putting the eyelets on the Biscoyo trip when you're using J hooks and stuff like that.
And now a word from our sponsors. The professional triers in the Holiday Lighting Think Tank have teamed up with Cool Tees to provide you, our VIP listeners, with some cool, awesome, and one-of-a-kind professional triers gear, including T-shirts, brew mugs, can coolies, coffee mugs, and, of course, the one and only Think Tank flannel shirt made famous by none other than our own JR. So go to HLTTgear.com. That's HLTTgear.com and get your professional triers gear today.
One little last thing, little jab. Because I know people are, I'm trying to speak for the people. And I saw one of the top kind of things that as soon as when Tom kind of posted that video and when you kind of made your announcements of showing off kind of teasers, is that people, they want to suggest using something like a trampoline or something like that. Why? I know why I wouldn't want to use a trampoline personally, but like my thought is, you're never going to get the size you want. You can't cut it down and turn it into any kind of modular, prop or anything like that.
Yeah, and that the tubing too that they use on trampolines is 1.5 to 2 inch, and it's big and it's noticeable. I use 1-inch tubing. I try to make it as hidden as possible. It's a lot. I don't know. It's narrow. It should be hidden and not such a bulky item. And it's going to be easy to store. This thing, even like, because I shipped one today, if you got the 8-foot, it's 72 inches long. And at a max, it's 13 inches tall. If you lean it up against the wall, if it's on a flat surface, it's going to be 13 inches tall and stick out 5 inches. It's your storage of it is so easy. Everybody's seen it in the store, the trampolines, in the box they come in. That box is mostly for that hoop and the legs and stuff. But still, that box is huge. Imagine storing a hoop.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I'm trying to make things easier for people. I know free is always better. And if you could get a trampoline hoop free, then go for it. It's going to work for you. It's going to be great. But I'm trying to make things easier and convenient. And the biggest thing about my website I've tried to push is I've worked really hard on getting my pricing good and the best I can for metal products. And I offer free shipping on everything.
Free shipping. I mean, that's incredible.
Because that really bugs me when I'm looking at a website, I'll be like, oh, this is a good price. And then I go to put it out and it's like, oh shit, I got to pay $60 to ship this. Like, I understand that's how it works, but it sucks, be like, okay, I guess I got to wait a couple weeks. So the price you see on my website is pretty much the price you're going to pay when you go out. You're going to have taxes because I live in California and you got to pay taxes, but that's it. The only thing added to that price you see is taxes. My shipping is 100% free as long as you're in the lower 48. Can't calculate properly for out of the United States or Alaska or Hawaii. I don't see a huge market there, but I will ship to you. You just message me directly and we'll work out your shipping price.
So damn, this stuff sounds great. Where is everyone going to get this right now? Where can we get this stuff?
It will be at mattosdesigns.com. And this is the official launch day of the website. So if it has issues, I am sorry, but I've worked really hard and trying to make the best website I can. So hopefully it goes well. You'll also be able to live chat on the website and it goes directly to my phone. So if you have any questions, you could send me a message and I will answer them as soon as possible because I want to be accessible and I want people to have, if they have any questions, because this is something completely new. The rugged pole is not well known. There's some I don't know how to say it, but it can be complicated if you're not sure what you're looking at. So if you have any questions, just hit the chat button on my website. It will send it directly to my phone. I'll be able to answer pretty much all the time. So I'm just trying to help and do as much as I can for you guys.
Yeah. No, and JR, if you've ever messaged him before, he's pretty much there right away. And so, hey, thanks, JR, for coming on.
No problem. Thank you, Keith, for doing this for me.
Yeah,
I know, of course. Trying to get things going, and I appreciate you spending the time to let me promote it a little bit on your show. And I also think you're doing a great job with your show. Sometimes I think it's better than our show.
Oh, no, man. We're just like from different sides of it, you know? It's great. From both sides, I think we cater to certain people. It's great.
Yeah, it's definitely a great addition to the Professional Triers content that we're trying to put out.
I want to say thank you so much for making this podcast. The Professional Triers Network. It's become a network now with all of our different shows.
It's actually the HLTT the HLTT Network is the official network name now that we have all your shows, and we also have the X Essentials podcast.
2 amazing announcements today, at least one amazing announcement. MattosDesigns.com is officially out.
Oh, and sorry, one more thing to add to all this, though, is I will also have the full Mega Tree in a Box concept. So if you're brand new to this hobby and you want a pixel tree, you will be able to order the full Mega Tree in a Box, and all you have to do is buy the tubing or purchase it from me, and it will be ready to roll. It will come with the pixels pushed into the strips. It will come with the controller and everything you need, and pretty much plug and play. You would just have to get the sequences, but I'm currently trying to work on getting a deal where it will come with some sequences too. So if you're new to this, it will be the ultimate ready to run something.
Yeah, we didn't even really touch on that, but I mean, this is a good way to kind of enter into all this. If you're thinking about building a Mega Tree for the first time or even an addition, this is just a great way to get into it.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is I started with just a Mega Tree. That was my first prop. And I think a lot of people's first prop is a Mega Tree. It's pretty simple. It gives you a lot of things you could do with it. So I'm trying to make it easier for the new people. I want to grow the community. I want people to be comfortable doing this. And I think if I can make I don't want to say DIY. It's like a step above DIY. It's not ready to run, but it's damn close,
Yeah.
You're going to have some assembly. I guess it's more like a trampoline. You get it in a box and you got to put it together, but then you get to play with it after. So, it's going to be all there. If you get one of my kits with the pixels and the strip, and you'll be able to build your tree and have a cool light show for your Christmas, Halloween, whatever kind of display you want to use.
All right. I just want to do a quick little recap for the listeners, JR. So at MattosDesigns.com, you can get the whole rugged pole accessories kit. That's the everyday person's tree. So basically with that kit, plus all the other accessories that you have on your website, you can basically get started with a whole new tree, or even add to your existing tree just little accessories that kind of make the job a lot easier, or kind of expand and try this new rugged pole design. You got the portable hole accessories. You got a whole line of different accessories to make your portable hole a lot easier to move around for one. You got future animatronic kits, all for free shipping. Wow. So yeah, this is incredible. Well, thank you, JR, for joining me today. Everyone, thank you for listening. If you made it this far, you are amazing.
Yeah.
And catch more of the Professional Triers shows and many more. And listen to JR and Vinny on their show too. All right.
Yeah, we're okay. And always on all our shows, please go to the professionaltriers.com/Apple and rate us there, because honestly, all the other podcast players generate their content from Apple. So if Apple keeps us relevant by us having comments and ratings, we will be visible on your podcast player that you prefer. So I know some people have had issues where they can't find us, and that is why, because if we're not relevant on Apple, we're on people's podcast players, but we're not searchable because we're not relevant and they don't want to have us. So rate us, comment. Even if we suck, just let us know. Just tell us how it is. professionaltriers.com/Apple. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and do not necessarily reflect those of the Holiday Lighting Think Tank. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Please use common sense when applying anything discussed in this program. Void where prohibited. No representation or warranty, express or implied, with respect to the completeness, accuracy, fitness for a particular purpose, or utility of these materials or any information or opinion contained therein. Actual mileage may vary. Price is slightly higher west of the Mississippi. All models over 18 years of age. No animals were harmed during the production of this podcast. Any resemblance to actual people, living or dead, or events past, present, or future is purely coincidental. This podcast not to be construed as an endorsement of any product or company, nor as the adoption or promulgation of any guidelines, standards, or recommendation. Some names have been changed to protect the innocent. This product is meant for educational purposes only. Some assembly required. Batteries not included. Package sold by weight, not volume. Contents may settle during shipment. No user serviceable parts inside. Use only as directed. Products not authorized for use as critical components in life support devices or systems. Driver does not carry cash. Do not puncture or incinerate. Do not play your headset at high volumes. Discontinue use of this podcast if any of the following occurs: itching, aching, vertigo, dizziness, ringing in your ears, vomiting, giddiness, oral or visual hallucinations, tingling in extremities, loss of balance or coordination, slurred speech, temporary blindness, drowsiness, insomnia, profuse sweating, shivering, or heart palpitations.